Hello, it's Cohero, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get explosive crossbow and explosive darts. So, first, I'm going to go over how these work, and then I'm going to go over the command blocks. How they work is it's pretty simple. They're not actually explosive. This isn't actually an explosive crossbow, and these aren't actually darts. They're actually arrows, it's renamed. But they can be called anything, and they can be any type of arrow as well, apart from spectral and the uncraftable ones. So what happens is, like at the beginning, you load up a crossbow or a bow or anything that shoots arrows, even skeletons, and after you shoot it, it shoots, the arrow comes flying in, hits the ground and explodes. So all we're doing is, basically, these command blocks up here are just taking the NBT tag from when the arrows hit the ground, so not when they're flying. As soon as they hit the ground, so right here, as soon as they hit anything, an object of any sort, they'll explode. It's hard to see, but that's what happens. And yeah, that's really just it. So here's the command block for that. It's executing at all the entities, which are arrows. So at all the arrows with an NBT tag of in the ground. It's going to run summon TNT at the where the arrows land. So this is at where the arrows land from this at over here. So basically, if there's an execute and at, it means everything where the entity happens. So in this case, it's our arrow. And when the arrow is in the ground, it's going to summon TNT at the arrow. And this is an explosion radius of 15, which is default set to 12, which is a bit tricky and doesn't really involve anything to do with this. But it just makes the explosion a bit bigger, because that's the power of it. So if I put this down to 5, it's going to be a pretty small explosion. Or big. I don't know why. So, yeah, I'm going to go over a bit more of how this works now. So, you can just get any arrow. Or we'll just use arrows of slow falling, for example. Yeah, arrows of slow falling. And we'll just get a normal bow. Doesn't have to be enchanted or anything. And we fire it, still the same. Doesn't matter. So you've got to be careful because skeletons also do this. So if I go into survival and it starts raining, which is a huge coincidence because I'm about to spawn a skeleton. So strange. I didn't plan that. It's all normal. And if it shoots me... Oh, yeah. The arrow hit the ground, or me, and blew me up. And now I'm at a completely different beach, and I'm lost. It's thunder. But luckily, I got my location, so I can go back there. Here we go. If I didn't do that, I'd be stuck. But yeah. Let's get the rain gone. And let's go back to the command blocks. Right. This is really fun. Right. So that's the first command block. And then the second one. So I'm going to show you what it's like without the second one. Without telling you what the second one does first. So you can probably guess what's wrong with this. Have you seen it? The arrow keeps bouncing up and down. Yeah, this can be helpful if you want the arrow to go all the way down to bedrock, and it would still bounce. So that's what this command block's for. The second command block, it executes at the arrow again with an NBT tag within the ground. So it's the exact same beginning as this one. But then after it, it runs the command kill all entities with a distance of -1. So basically in the block, type arrow. So what this means is when the arrow goes onto a block, like this, just do this as an example. When the arrow is on the block, so imagine that's stuck into the ground, or if I just disable these. Okay, so when they're active, the arrow is going to be in the ground. And what it does is it explodes. So but when it's bouncing, it also, at the same tick, which is basically the same time, is also going to kill the arrow within a block of itself. So it means you couldn't really do this, although you wouldn't do that anyway, because you can't fire a bow that fast. So if we just activate these again. Whoa, that's loud. Yeah, that's them working now. So the commands will be in the description. And one more cool thing, very quickly, is that if I get, where is it? This, which is in another video, which I'll put in the description. This basically, well, this is the wrong one. It's this one. It is this one. So what this does is it gets a crossbow and rapid fires it. So this is helpful for just making caves, really. And it's just fun. So yeah, I'll just quickly go over what this does. This just replaces an item in your inventory with a crossbow that's always loaded. And I won't go into too much detail because there's a separate video on this, which I also put in the description. So yeah, really that's it for today. And one more quick thing that's pretty important. If you're putting these down, you've got to make sure to put them down in the right order. So you might take some fiddling around to do. Basically, you're going to put them down in any order. And then if it doesn't explode, that's fine. You just put them down in a different order. If it doesn't explode, that's fine. Put them down in a different order. Until they explode. It won't take too long. It'll take like just 10 seconds. But they're going to be in a... We'll place them down in a specific order. Don't have to be next to each other. It's just during time. So, and that's the last thing, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.